Alright, can you hear me now? Yeah, apologies for that. Apparently, yeah, I think it's like I updated Google the other day, and I'm using. Usually I use Streamlabs, and I was able to fix Streamlabs audio. I forgot to update normal OBS's audio, which is the one I'm using right now. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out to me. Hey, Gabriel. Can't anybody? Still can't? I just switched it. Hold on. It says my input is now the correct microphone. Still can't hear me? Good now? Oh, okay. It is good now. Okay. Just clarifying. Yeah, thank you for pointing out to me. Yeah, I hate it when Google update. I don't know why Google updating somehow makes Streamlabs and normal OBS forget inputs. Like, I've never understood that. It's fixed now, don't worry. I was banned. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why Google updating changes the defaults on this software. Like, you'd think that the software would just save that information separate from, like, a Google, I say Google, separate from Windows updating. I don't know why I kept saying Google. My brain, it's working, I swear. Oh, man. 4 hours of sleep is not good for you, kids. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, but my mic was muted. I'm starting early today because I got a number of things I got to do late this afternoon. Tomorrow's the birthday stream, so I want to keep my day open tomorrow. So, in preparation for that, I need to get a lot of other things done this afternoon that I would have done tomorrow if I hadn't booked it for the birthday stream with my buds. So, there's our objective. Wait for Lise at Nyungkrempf. I still can't say that. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I hope you'll like the climax of this story. I mean, we'll see. I've enjoyed Blood. I almost said Bloodstorm. Stormblood. See, 4 hours. Just not good for you. Prepare for a lot of, like, reverse wording today, because my brain's all kerfuffled. But, yeah, I've enjoyed Stormblood for the most part so far. It's been a fun story. It's been exciting. I like the characters. It hasn't had as much oomph to its plot and to its stories as Heavensward did. But, like I said, for the most part, for what it's following up, it's really, really good in its own right. If I look at it in a bottle, it's got a fun story. Again, great characters. Pretty damn good voice acting. It's had a lot more dialogue options than Heavensward did, or Realm Reborn. Well, dialogue options, you know, different things you can say with, like, a slightly different response. But I've enjoyed it for the most part. It's been a lot of fun. What patch he on? I'm on 4.0. I'm finishing Stormblood. I'm not finishing the finishing 4.0. I don't know why everyone always includes the post expansion patches. Like, I get that they're connected story-wise, but so are the expansions. Like, Heavensward and Stormblood are connected stories. So, by that same logic, shouldn't we just kind of merge all the expansions together? No, we define them as different expansions. So I would say we should look at patches the same way. Like, the post-expansion patches are not Stormblood. They're their own contained story. Yes, they're directly connected story-wise to Stormblood, but inevitably they are their own self-contained story. There's a reason there's the credits roll at the end of the core expansion. It's because that's over. What follows next is the continuation, but it's not, it's the same exact way to look at it as, like, expansion to expansion continuation. At least that's how I look at it. To me, it doesn't make sense to say, oh, I'm finishing Stormblood, and then you're actually doing the post-expansion patches. It's like, no, you finished Stormblood. Now you're on post-expansion patchwork. It's very different. Very different. I'm on 4.0. I'm not on any of the patches. So today we're finishing Stormblood. And we'll be finishing the patches in their own right. Anyway. My audio up. I don't check enough these days. Yeah, 41. Okay. Good. Alright. Oh joy. Hello! I don't need to use an AoE, I'm just fucking like it. Go down, big guy. Come on. Boom. It's a dead. Boom. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. So, is this gonna be a dungeon? Probably. It looks like a dungeon. Or not. Whew, that took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is. Nyan. I'll just say Nyan, because I don't know how the whole thing's supposed to be pronounced. Nyan's Hope. The ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the Sixth Umbral era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy, staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it. Me included. Missed much, Asmo? No, we just started. We've only been going for about 10 minutes. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. But I could be a friend to you all, and I could fight by your side. I could be me, and that'll just have to be enough, eh? Alrighty. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? I can think of a few different monsters that do that. Is that smoke from Kashramabanya? Wait, it's coming from the cannon! I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Shroud, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Kashramabanya and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing. Oh, chomping. Oh, I'm an idiot. chomping at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. I don't know why. I think when I think chomping, I think there's an O in there. We have to tell the others. Come on. Tally forth! To war! Again! To war again! Technically, we've been at war, so to battle again, more aptly. Alright. Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. Indeed. What would be more likely? Alright, grab the next one. There's no time to lose, Shroud. General Alden needs to know what we saw. Tally here! Oh, leave me be! Fuck you! Grasshopper! Damn bastard. Alright. We owe Astinian a big pat on the shoulder for that one, though. It kind of felt like a Deus Ex Machina, though, thinking about it, though. You are returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Neon's Hope, and spied... I'll just call it the Hope. And spied smoke rising from Castra Mabania's main cannon. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castra Mabania at once. It could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could simply have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to make them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems, well, worth a risk. And how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants through Agira Banya, including Radiata? Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions menial positions at Castra Mabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited those informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General. As would Alize and Shroud, I am sure. Well then, if you are all in agreement, then I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castra Mabania. Go, and may Ralgo watch over and keep you. Hell yeah. Alrighty. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Alamigo. Castra Mabania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Alright. I think that will sell best. So to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with a contract recruited by Marshal Terrapin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Shroud and Lise were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatoris or Kasher Mabanya. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Aye, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Terrapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do, but I also understand their desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadan woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. Tally forth. So is this another mini-stream or a full package? Depends on what you mean by either. But it is not a short stream. Let's see. As a blue unlock. I'll grab it, but I'm not going to actually do it right now. Brazen Brook. Alright. We'll handle that later. Now. Up the way. Alright, gotta go around the Mudsud. Mudsud. Leave me be, foul beast. Let's see here. Here we are. See? What did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. Oh, fuck off. Fucking bugs. Open the door. Allow me forth. Do not hinder my passage. Alright, here we are. I'm curious how everything's gonna wrap up. Ah, fuck. Alright. Yeah, boom! And Soul Eater. There we go. And you're dead. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, 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 boom. Alright. Of course, there were still soldiers looking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lise. Come, Radiata is not much further. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. That is the truth there. We went a whopping 5 feet. Oh, what the hell is that? A hexadrone. Creative. Ah, come on. It's got a very basic ass bitch attack. Oi! Throwing rockets is rude! If by wrap up you're referring to the Stormblood story, a pretty standard affair, post-Stormblood is quite the screwball. It's quite the screwball. As in weird, or what do you mean by screwball? Yeah, we're probably not gonna get through the patches, the post patches today. I don't think so anyway. Because I'm assuming the patches are as long as Heaven's Ward's Dragonsong War patches were. So that'll probably be its own stream, just trying to get through those. Probably 2 streams. I'll have to look at how many quests are involved in those, but I have the next 3-ish hours. I have a little bit more than 3 hours. I about 1 p.m. my time is when I'm gonna have to call it, because I have some things I gotta do late this afternoon. My birthday stream's tomorrow, so I gotta get the stuff I would do tomorrow if tomorrow were a normal day done tonight. That way I can free up tomorrow for that. Oh. I think I went past what I was supposed to. No, yeah, I went the wrong way. Idiota. It takes the for quite the spin. Takes you for quite the spin. Okay. So I have so it's about 10 a.m. my time now. So I have about 3 hours. Three more hours on that. So not a short stream, but I don't have long. I definitely think I can finish Stormblood in the next 3 hours, as long as I don't take too many opportunities to rant or tirade about stuff. I'll just have to keep my rants succinct. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above Kashrimabani anymore. Do you think they fixed the cannon already? That would be fast. Anyway, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. I can't imagine, as powerful as Obsidian is, I can't imagine there's too much, even with Nidhogg's power, that too much damage he could have done. Too much damage, I should say. Like, I can't imagine this. It's not like he nuked the thing, he just damaged a part of it. But it is weird they fixed it that fast. Alright, fast damage, fast fix. Alphino said we were looking for a Rogadin woman, right? And what we should answer her question with courage. I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her and I'll do the same. A Rogadin woman. Potential new waifu? We'll see, now won't we? I also got I'm 3D printing something in the background right now. The print's almost done. It's a 14-hour print, so it's gonna be done in the next hour, I think. So I'll just have to take like a max of like 10-15 minutes to hop off and take care of that. But other than that, there shouldn't be any interruptions for today's stream. Young Hell's God. Ain't seen you around before. It takes a certain kind of man to walk into a place like this uninvited. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, that's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too, if you like, because I'll not speak on it more. At least not here. Outside Radiata, behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Ah, that was quick. Found her damn fast. Hey, was that who I think it was? Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alpha now and Alizé. We'll meet you there. I smell trap. Damn, she's tall. It always amazes me how tall Rogadin are. If anyone ever wonders what my type is, though, this about sums it up right here. I don't know what it is. Again, I stand by. I like tall gals. And again, it's not a domination thing. I am not into that, but I just find I can't explain it. Can't explain it for the life of me. I'm not even short too, so finding a woman taller than me is hard. I'm 5'11", so I'm literally an inch below 6 foot. Oh, random side comment from me anyway. Not followed, were you? Good. That all of you, is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Tauropin. Name's Stark Woad. The rest you know, or we wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatoris and the cannon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? Aye, I overheard soldiers talking while working in the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon? That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they've finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at the shadows, and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon could already be fully operational. We need to sneak inside Kashra Mabania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior over the years. I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, that may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but I have faith that we can see this through. Alright. As far as you know, Asinian is the second most powerful combatant, not counting Xenos, compared to the Warrior of Light. Okay. But, what about, brain work? Four and a half hours of sleep is not enough, I'm telling you. My brain's not working. I lost my train of thought entirely. I'm watching it untrail off and just go. Damn it. It'll come back to me randomly. Wait, I think I got it. What about Hildebrand's mom? We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Shroud, you and your ever dependable allies will enter the castrum with my sister and I by way of the ventilation ducts leading to the hangars. From there, you will proceed into weapons research and unleash bloody mayhem. At the same time, Alize and I will create a diversion elsewhere, and in the ensuing confusion, Lise and her unit will attempt to reach the fire control center undetected. If all goes to plan, our three parties will subsequently converge on this location, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Nargo on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitek Patrols before you infiltrate the castrum. Alrighty. Don't know if she counts? What do you mean, don't know if she counts? That woman bodied a guy who's... she bodied her husband, who we've seen just twirl around giant manticores like they're nothing. So, hell yeah, she counts. Where's she on the scale? Hostile presence. Done and dusted. Alright, surveying. Surveyed. More of you bastards, yay! No, I really mean that. It's always good to kill. Fresh murder in the morning. Oh, come on. Back off! Gotta love the music. That's one thing I'll definitely stand by is great about Stormblood, is the fucking music, man. Some of it, like, I didn't like initially, but it's grown on me a lot. So I'd say the music is really damn good. It's not as emotional or as, like, impactful. Well, it depends on your definition of impactful. It's not as... how do I put it? It's as impactful as Heavensward's music, but the difference is it's impactful in different ways. Like, Heavensward's music is more emotionally impactful. Like, it calls it without any kind of lyrics at all. Some of the ambient music in Heavensward is just draws out emotion in you very effectively. But aside from that, I'd say that Stormblood's music is impactful in the sense that it really does affect, like, your energy and your mood in the moment of what's going on. So it really does feel effective, like when you go into combat and it changes to that tone. It feels like a heroic tone that really makes you like feel like you're in the proper moment as you're fighting enemies and stuff like that. Like the types of impact are different, but I think that they're on par with each other. Since she's not part of the main story and her abilities are likely played up for comedic purposes, so what? Not saying she definitely doesn't count, just saying that it's debatable. I do not consider it a debate. Consider it one. If there's one person Xenos must fear, it is the mother of Hildebrand. Just send her at him. Just eyeballing my print. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm not even joking. I'm printing off a Tyrannosaurus Rex about that fucking big. Also there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance. Assuming they keep to their usual schedule, might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Aye, aye. Meanwhile, I run ahead right up to the destination. Surveying. Surveying? Yes. Hello! Good to meet ya. Oh, what the fuck? Fucking giraffes! Fuck you! This didn't concern you, but yet here you are, harassing me. Damn wildlife. I joked, I called it a giraffe, but that's straight up a giraffe. A jammal? Really? No, that's a fucking giraffe. Screw you. Of all the fantastical animals to put in here, they just literally threw in a giraffe and called it a jammal. It doesn't even look like a cross between a camel and a giraffe. It literally just looks like a giraffe. Alright, surveying, surveying. Boom. By Ralga, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. Shroud is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learned something from our time in his company. Now, where is the entrance to the docks? Right behind you. I've mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, Shroud, we shall divide into two groups and proceed via separate routes into the castrum. Remember that our objective is to cause as much chaos as possible to draw the Imperials away from Lise and her men. If there's nothing else, I'll return to the Resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Ralgar guide you to victory. Aye aye. Looks like a giraffe that got the Fallout super mutant treatment. And not really, it just looks like a giraffe, minus the polka dot, minus the polka dot pattern. But I'm not sure what you mean by got the super. Do you mean like it just got supersized? This is our last chance to make your preparation, Shroud. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. Dungeon. Yep, Cache Urbania, now accessible. Alrighty. Every time. The month of October is just going to be me trying to make my way through Shadowbringers at my own pace. I'm guaranteeing you that right now. Putting money on it. Right there. Putting cash down. Cash money. Alright, so I guess we'll just queue up. Queue me up, lads. Okay, so it is a dungeon. It is a there's just one tank, one healer, 2 DPS. Gotcha. Disciples of War and Magic. Okay. Okay, so we'll just queue up. And no, I'm not going to the Golden Saucer because the queue is never that long. It might be longer today because I am playing in the middle of the morning and a lot of people are at work right now. So it might be a longer queue. We'll wait a few minutes. But right now it says the average wait time is less than 5 minutes, so I'm thinking we're good. I'm thinking we're diggy diggy. I've been printing off so much shit lately. I printed these guys off today, and they look pretty sexy. Super glue's already dried. On one of them, anyway. I printed off like over 100 dwarves over the last week or so. A friend of mine and I are in a little bit of a mini competition together. Well, competition. It's a challenge. Like he's trying to print off 2,000 points worth of mummies because it's a tabletop war game we both play. And he's trying to print off 2,000 points worth of those, and I'm printing off 2,000 points worth of dwarves. You know, so I got like golem units. I got dwarf banners, you know, like that guy. I don't know if that shows at all. I also got dwarf gunners, miners, warriors, you know. I don't know if that shows at all. Yeah, like that. Oh, having a 3D printer is really cool. Can't wait till I start selling my own merchandise with it. But still waiting. We're only waiting on one damn healer. Alright, real quick. While we're waiting on the healer, I'm going to switch my shirt because it's a lot more humid today than I was expecting, so this long sleeve shirt's kind of melting me. Gotta make sure I'm at a camera view so I don't get nuked for indecency. There, he's sharing some skin. It's the end of the world. God forbid. He's sharing his sexy pecs. Hopefully I was out of frame for that. I just want to switch my shirts because it's freaking hot today. Well, it's not that hot, but it's a little warmer. A little warmer than I would like, that's for damn sure. There we go. Okay, that did take longer than I was expecting, but we're good. Alright, waiting on DPS. Waiting on DPS. Didn't see a thing? Good. You'd be blinded by the absolute majesty that is this form. I can't even say that with a straight face. Oh, God. I hope my print doesn't finish while we're doing this particular part. That would be awkward. Probably not. I think it says another hour on it. Ooh. I look the sexiest out of my group, just pointing that out right now. Alright. Tank stance. Make sure it's on. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a while since I had to tank. Alright, Alright. It's a gorilla! Monkey! Oh yeah, I can't use my number 2. I keep forgetting it's level scaling me down. And he's dead. Hey, okay, print a cat girl. Actually, I think I can. I think I can. I have to find the file, but I can print one off. Actually, that might be a good marketing thing. I 3D designed my own sculpt, so thank you for the marketing idea. Come at me, foul beasts! That's right, smash against my brilliant visage. Come to Papa! Time to die! They literally tanked out a bunch of gorillas. That's so funny to me. Crap, I got turned around. Mecha Harambe. Oh, what the fuck? I thought they were going to approach. Come after me, foul beasts! No, you die in death! Ow. Boom! Alright, first boss. When in doubt, do the Mandeville. Alright, boom. Alright, here we go. Come to Papa. I will say this boss looks interesting. Kind of reminds me of a Heartless. There have been some bosses in this that have reminded me of some Heartless lately. Kind of interesting. Well, damn. What the? Oh fuck. Crap, no! Crap, no! Wait, why am I stuck? There we go. I was hoping it would just be an auto loader kind of thing, but nope, it actually equipped. God damn it. It's always interesting seeing the new mechanics that they introduce in each boss fight. Or not even really new mechanics, as the canon thing is... we use that in the Praetorium. Not the Praetorium, but the dungeon before the Praetorium. Oh, come on. Nah, damn it. Yes, there we go. Creative boss encounter, not gonna lie. I was not expecting a boss like that. Come on, take them out. I don't know what's in them, but I don't want to find out. Fuck. Hyper-tuned? Bang. Alright, knocked him out. Reminder, delirium is a thing that exists, that is all. Oh, mini ones. Yay. Oh, treasure coffer. Sure. Lot of knockback. Lot of knockback. Shit. What was causing so much damage? Alright, I wish I could see a damage recap. Yeah, it was, yeah. Same boat as me. There we go. That was a confusing boss more than it was a difficult one. Still not even sure what the hell caused so much damage all of a sudden. Somebody got caught in something. Oh, joy. Oh, come on, roll. There we go. I kicked the button. God damn it. Hey, Kendall Burrows Ray. Welcome. You have to fight his opposite element. That's where so much damage is happening. Okay. Still not sure what you mean, though. Like the different AoE circles, like drag him into whichever one he's imbued with. Is that the idea, or I don't know? I'll have to look it up and study the fight, but we handled it without knowing the mechanics. So kill the claws when they spawn. Okay, watch the hand. He hits big. All right, all right, all right. All right, here we go. That's watch in the claws, watch in the claws. Yeah, it doesn't help one of our players is having trouble with their mouse. Oh, he shoots lasers? Oh crap. Crap. Come on, go down, big guy. Come on down. You know you want to die. Come on, go down, go down, go down. Woo! Well, let me just double check how much time I got left in that print before we Greed. 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 Alright, let me check the print time, and then we'll exit the dungeon. 22 minutes to go. Alrighty then.
Are you all right?
Oh, it's voiced. Okay. I killed it! He's looking for us for where?
I think that answers my question. We've
Oops.
Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them.
Aye, aye. Alright, we rendezvoused.
Lise! Thank the 12 you're all right.
And you. There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
Alright, what's waiting for us in there? Oh, she's still in there.
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Aye. I gave the order to fire.
It was over. The Skulls had surrendered. No one else had to die. And you killed them. Your own people. Your own comrades.
She's a bitch.
You're right. I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted.
What?
We made a promise that we would do whatever it took, so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood. Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom! You killed your own! They trusted you, and you killed them! Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
I agree on all counts. Ooh. The fuck was that shit?
Lise! Gotcha!
What the fuck?
What you can do. I've already seen it.
Alize!
The heck? Alize better be okay. The fuck?
Even so, the odds are against me.
I will kill this bitch myself. Just jump through the glass.
So, Lord Xenos invites you to join him for the royal hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
I doubt we're getting invited as fellow hunters.
She'll be alright, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me?
Yeah, I'll fucking carry her myself. I'm done with
Please,
so many
I
characters
leave Magus here in
fucking
your
dying.
place.
It's getting old and wearying.
Right.
So my assumption right now is that the final part of Stormblood will be another kind of like the Praetorium, but with Xenos this time. Well, we did it. Castrum Abania belongs to us now. Nago and her people took Alize to Radiata to receive treatment. Alphano tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy we won, and with minimal casualties, but somehow it feels empty. We should report to General Alden. Kryl wasn't here, but who knows, maybe one of Roban's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask, anyway. Shroud, Commander Hext. Fine work you did today. After Specula Imperatoris, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Ralga's star yet burns bright. I'm glad, I really am. But you should know that Alize was injured in the fighting. Alright, give another full rundown. Regrettable. But I am pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. Fordola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorable in my ears. But if Xenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? It's really nothing. Just that we're almost to the end, but we've still got to save Kryl and do so much more. We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castrum's archives as we speak. Listen, Lise. It will take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there is something I would like to show you, both of you. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. Then come with me to Radiata. From there, we'll need to follow another road south. Alrighty. Wonder what's up here. Oh, we're making progress, Roban's invitation. Real quick, I want to look up the name of the post Stormblood patch names. Just because I'm curious what they're called. Oh, whoops. Clicked the wrong thing. Nope. Clicked the wrong thing again. There we go. Okay, fine. Why is it not there? Oh, I clicked on it. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Okay, so the Legends Returns are the arc of the post Stormblood patches. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to look up out of curiosity. It just came to mind. All right, where are we going? Over there. Already. Whee! Even after all these years, it's still the same. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Shroud, Lise, I brought you both here for... Where is Lise? She's all the way over there! The Silent 12, welcome! How you like Stormblood so far? I like it alright. It's if I look at it entirely self-contained, it's a very good story that has a little bit of a pacing issue. A couple pacing issues. But the overall package is really, 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 really good. The story is very succinct for the most part. It's a little bit disjointed in a couple places. But for the most part, it's a very solid expansion. The biggest thing affecting it, I think, is the fact that it's following up Heavensward. That's a lot to follow up. That's a lot. Heavensward was such a class act with such a high quality expansion story-wise that it's hard to really put into words all that Heavensward just nailed. And it's a lot to ask of this expansion to really follow it up well. So, by comparison to the previous expansion, it drags a little bit more than Heavensward does. And there are parts of it that just feel kind of disconnected. Like the Alamegan resistance side of things and the Doma resistance, both of those felt like entirely separate stories that were loosely connected. Whereas Heavensward, everything felt like it flowed into a proper story. So, by comparison, Stormblood falls short of Heavensward, I think. But, for the most part, it's a solid expansion, very good story, I am engaged. I enjoy it for the most part. It's not as good as Heavensward. That's the biggest thing hurting Stormblood, in my opinion, is the unfortunate position of following up such a class act as Heavensward. It's just a lot to follow up. Welcome, Morgan Tempest Lupus. How you doing? As I often say to other friends, whatever came after Heavensward will have a rough time in comparison. Correct. And Stormblood definitely had a rough time. It's had a rough comparison. Well, Stormblood's not over yet. Give it patience. I mean, it is pretty much over. Granted, you could be right. Something could happen at the end of it that could make everything else feel great by comparison. But I don't think anything I just said is going to be undone by whatever Stormblood ends with. I only have a couple quests left. Actually, let me count how many I have left. As we're on Ruban's invitation. No, we're on. We're getting Ruban's invitation. So after this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quests left in Stormblood. Then we're done. And keep in mind, I explained this earlier. I don't see post-expansion content as part of the expansion. I consider it its own entity. So anything after 4.0 is its own entity outside of the expansion. So whatever happens in the next 8 quests is the end of Stormblood. I'm not counting what happens in the patches. Now, I know most people don't agree with me on that one. Most people will include the patches when they say Shadowbringers, or when they say Heaven's Ward. Like, a lot of people don't see the Dragonsong War arc patches as separate from Heaven's Ward. I do. I don't think Heaven's Ward and Dragonsong War patches are the same. They are their own entity. When the credits roll at the end of expansion, that's the devs telling me this arc is over. Yes, the story may continue, but the story continues in the expansions as well, and we still differentiate those, correct? Like, we differentiate Heaven's Ward from Shadowbringers, and Shadowbringers from and Stormblood, and Endwalker. Those are different, despite the fact that the story flows into those. So for me, that rule doesn't magically change just because of their patches instead of expansions. So in my opinion, I don't look at the patches. I see. Don't get me wrong. All the patches I see as kind of one arc together. And yes, they are separate, but that's the way that those stories flow and the way those are handled. So all the patches are count as one story, but they don't connect directly to, even though they do story-wise, but they don't, in my mind, act as an extension they don't act as a connection directly to the core expansion of let's say Shadowbringers or Stormblood or Heaven's Ward. They're their own entity. So whatever happens in the next 8 quests is the end of Stormblood. Like a mini expansion after the expansion. Exactly. That's kind of how I see patches. I don't see them as their own as an add-on to the existing expansion. Yes, they may be technically, they may also be story-wise. But as I see them, when the credits roll, that's the devs telling me this is over, the next thing starts. So each in between each expansion is their own self-contained arc. You'll even notice that most people name them their own thing. Like the patches in between Heaven's Ward and Stormblood were called the Dragonsong War arc. The patches after this are called the Legend Returns quests. So the Legend Returns, their own self-contained things, like a series of books. Kind of, yeah. That's one way to look at it. I think what Heaven's Ward helps was that we hear from Ishgard and Got slowly hinted things. Stormblood started a bit surprisingly for me at least. I see the patches after an expansion as sort of filling plot holes and tying up loose ends while setting up the next arc. That is a way to do it, and they are doing that. You are correct, but at the same time, I think they're doing that separate from the core expansion. Like that still doesn't like patch them into one thing. That they're still doing that separate from it. It's kind of like how let's say you read a long lengthy book, but then there's a small short story that was written about the end conclusion that does the same thing. Like let's say you read a really thick book, whatever series you want to use as an example. But then again, it's followed up by the author creating a side short story, which does event-wise follow the events of that book. It doesn't magically become part of that book, right? It's just it's an add-on to it, and it may do the exact same thing, and like the patches do, filling out plot holes, tying up loose ends, things like that. But it is still separate. It's identified as separate. The one thing Stormblood does better than Heaven's Ward are the 8-man and Alliance raids. I don't know, I'll say I haven't done those yet. I see. Okay, not gonna distract you because I want to see you reach Shadowbringers because that expansion is, oh boy, what a ride. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get through all the patches. I don't know how long the patches are for post Stormblood stuff, but at the very least we're finishing up Stormblood for sure today. And tomorrow's my birthday stream. So I'm not streaming and gaming anything. I'm just hanging out with my buds on stream and chatting back and forth, open Q&A stuff. But I think I'll be able to do Saturday. Don't quote me, because weekends have been really weird lately for me. I think I'll be able to start getting into the Stormblood stuff, Stormblood patches this weekend. The post-Stormblood patches, the Legend Returns quests. This weekend. If not this weekend, hopefully next week. I'm not going to give any days because every time I have given a day, that day comes around and something fucks up in my schedule. So then I end up not being able to do it. So just my goal is to try and get through all that stuff quickly. Not like I'm over. I'm still going at my own pace, but quickly in the sense of getting back to it. Like I've been all over the place lately. My schedule is hellish to a degree. Alright, Charlize, I brought you both here for a reason. Alright, we've accepted the next quest.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
Damn. Okay, I was not expecting that one. Damn.
You mean this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it?
Oh, it looks like a nice place. It's not like grandiose or anything.
Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitek armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Ooh. We're gonna see a young Roban, or young, relatively speaking. Flashback time.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death. Liberty or death? Liberty or death! If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
And give me liberty or give me death is a old saying. One of which I stand by as well. He had a mullet. Fuck that guy. But he had a mullet. Oh god. Kind of funny to think that.
Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
Pretty self-explanatory what they mean, but
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
that is true.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that. if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder.
Also true.
Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
I like this Curtis guy. Got a good head on his shoulders. Sorry.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lys, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Oh fuck, that just hit me. Curtis, that's her dad? He looked more like he could be Roban's dad. Damn. Yeah, that just landed. Fuck.
That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Asmogan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Ananta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
I have the Discworld in mind as a comparison for a book. Oh, okay. I only give the tip to take the MSQ slow and don't rush it. A friend of mine really tried to finish Heavensward in 1 month as he started the game back in Rome Reborn. Well, it's not hard to do that. You can still do that and not rush it. And I finished Heavensward in, I want to say, 2.5 weeks, if that. And I played it every day, and I finished it in 2.5 weeks, and I didn't rush it at all. In fact, I did a lot of side shit during that time. So it's not hard to finish Heavensward in less than a month, and without rushing. And I read every bit of dialogue out loud, so it took a while. Haven't ended so well for him. Now we can see where the seeds of his madness was planted. Yeah, a twisted version of what Curtis taught them. Just a off-topic question: did you see the fall and rise of Final Fantasy XIV video series on YouTube? I don't believe so. Well, I can always check. It's hard for me to remember everything I've watched. I've watched a lot of stuff. Hold on. The fall and rise of FFXIV. By Speakers Network. Is that the channel? This speech reminds me at a car of a book I read once. Okay. She turned from a background side character to main character. I like how the game develops characters as they evolve and change. Yes, my one criticism about Lys and Stormblood is how they didn't give us enough time to get to know her in A Realm Reborn or Heavensward. So it kind of felt abrupt to bring her to the forefront. I had this conversation, I think last stream, with someone who really hated Lys's character. Well, at the very least, he seemed to really hate her character pretty hardcore. And Yeah, his big reason for doing so was because she went from being a character we had a couple of conversations with at most, and very seldom outside of the big group of the Scions, to all of a sudden becoming the main character of this expansion, with her face reveal only being slightly before the expansion started. So I do agree with that. I do agree to the point with that person. With that individual, that my problem is that Lise they did it too abruptly, way too abruptly. They needed to give Lise time to build and allow us the player character, to get to know her and connect with her at least just a little bit more than we did before the start of Stormblood. But so it did feel very abrupt. The character development and change did happen a little fast. But I feel that they've done enough over Stormblood to at least still make it an interesting arc, still engaging. It's just, again, that initial abruptness. They really needed to ease us into working with Lise as the main character of our own expansion before now. There wasn't a lot of setup for it, so I think that inevitably hurt them a little bit. But overall, it's not like they butchered it entirely. Again, the development over the course of the expansion has really helped. These videos explain what happened with 1.0 and how it went, and the insane things they did at the end of 1.0, like the Great Gobu War, which is still referenced in A Realm Reborn. Watch the video sometime. Yes, sir, or ma'am, I understand. I've been commanded, apparently. Watch them! Watch them or you'll get the whip. Whoosh! Whoosh! I might give him a watch sometime. I don't have a lot of free time as it is, so if I get it though, or if it's something I can listen to, I can probably do it. But if it's something I have to watch, that'll take a lot longer to get through. Alright, real quick, my print just finished. I'm gonna really quickly handle that, so give me but a moment. And my 3D printing, the beauty of 3D printing. Enjoy my character doing the Mandeville. The Mandeville man. I'll be right back. And look how big that guy came out. This is the beauty of resin printing. This is all resin plastic. Or, I think I'm still not sure if resin is considered a plastic, but look at that bad boy. That is huge. Yeah, this is a 14-hour print. Goddamn. There we go. And that is what it looks like with the supports removed. Look at that. Full-blown T-Rex right there. Print my character. The thing is, I could definitely do that. It would take a while to do that, though. I'd have to sculpt it fresh. Best part is, though, is I have a lot of easy references to remake the character. But that being said, God damn. And there's the rider of my T-Rex. Yeah. Since I'm doing it, might as well show off a little bit. And I gotta leave it to dry anyway, so sorry about that. How long would it take to sculpt it from scratch? Sculpt the character, my character? Probably, if I did it minimum of 4 hours every day, probably take me about a month. Give or take. If I wanted to do it, you know, ultra detail. If I wanted to do rough detail, probably 2.5 weeks, give or take. But again, working 4 hours a day, 7 days a week. But I'm not the fastest sculptor. I'm a bit obsessive compulsive when it comes to the details of my sculpts. So that would be why. Damn. Oh yeah, there's a reason. It's not an easy job to do. It's very long and winded. 3D design and sculpts are not a speedy expedition type of thing. They're long, strenuous, and a big pain in the ass. When I worked in indie game development, I would say my general workload was they would ask 2 models a month from me, which was very difficult because I'd have to work a minimum of 6 hours a day. And at the time, I wasn't being paid. I was being paid with quote unquote exposure. If the game ever got released, which, yay, I guess. And it was plus something to put on a resume. But, yeah, I don't miss those days too fondly. Let's see. See if I can pull this up real quick. Yes, 3D design and sculpts are not easy. Not at all. But when you finish them, they're damn rewarding for the time you put into them. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. This is, let me switch views here. There we go. I seldom use this display capture, so give me a second. You done printing the dwarves? Hey, Ball, how you doing? No, I'm getting close to it. I have over 40 miners now. I'm losing count of the number of warriors, but I have to count the berserkers again. I'm almost done. Give or take a little bit. I got all 3 golems done. Huh? See? All 3, these 3 bastards are done. Big pain in the dick. There we go. Yeah, but this, what you guys are seeing on screen right now is just, one of the sculpts I'm doing for Warglaive Gothic. It's a tabletop war game I'm developing. And this is what one of the miniatures... This is the T-pose version, obviously. They're going to be in different poses, but this is what one of the miniatures roughly is going to look like. Yeah, and this bad boy took me a whole week. Working more than 4 hours a day on him, so... This is, that's the general thing you can expect when you're working on 3D design, 3D sculpting, stuff like that. This stuff takes a long, long period of time. It is not a done thing. I don't know anybody who would describe it as such. Yeah. LOL, exposure does not feed a man. That is true. And that's why I don't hire anybody with that. I've had several people come to me since I started working on Warglaive who would be like, oh, I'll work. All I care about is exposure. All I care about is this. And for me, morally, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. I'm not going to hire you for exposure. If I'm going to hire someone, I'm going to pay them a wage. If I can't pay a wage, I don't deserve to hire them. And they need to get hired by someone who will pay them money. Exposure is a good thing. It is a genuine form of compensation, but the problem is it just does not put food on the table. And nowadays, I think people need to do jobs. And if you're good at something, to the point where someone would want to have you do a job for them, I think that shows that you're worth money and your time is worth money. That's my takeaway. That's the assert dominance pose. Yep, assert dominance with T pose. I will say T pose is my favorite modeling pose, because once you rig it and then see how the character moves about and stuff after doing a T pose. Y pose I'm not so much of a fan of, but that's from a 3D modeler's perspective. Robon, even a blind man could see that Lise wasn't herself. Not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. And when you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alizé was dead for a moment back there. 'Tis one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her, to remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Well, right then. I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. Yes, sir. Liberty or death indeed. I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Rediata. I still don't know if I'm saying that name correctly. Cigar! Sip. Gimme. Riding on a highway! Alright, so where's our next objective? Oh, just around the bend. Wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's Imperials or Bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Alright. Who's watching us? How dare you? If you're going to peep on me, at least peep on me when I'm in the shower. You'll have something to see. You'll be blinded by it, but at least it'll be entertaining. Alright, hold on. I'll do the side objective later. Main objective anywhere in here? Don't think so. Oh, where's the main objective stiff? Ah, okay, over there. Say hi to the chat. I got the Legion Collector's Edition for WoW by doing some under-the-table deals in my previous work. You get the Legion's Collector's... The only Collector's Edition of WoW I ever got in all my years was Warlords of Draenor, and that's because I thought it was going to be great. Yeah, that proved to work. Seven hells. He's seen us! Sod it! Dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. Ah, they're hunting us. You poor bastards think you're effective? How cute. Dead and dead. Alright. Yes, Fenrir. I pity them because they fight against a god killer. I don't pity them. They tried to attack me. I have the Pandaria. I have the Pandaria Collector's Edition 2. Got it for under €20. Damn. Sounds cheap. Yeah, I paid full price for the Warlords Collector's Edition. They attacked you too, didn't they? Huh. I had no choice. They're Alamegan, not even conscripts, by the look of them. Barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods. Alize and Alfino could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago. Get out of here. I play an Elezen Summoner since the Realm Reborn, so when I go all out on them, the giant dragon will smite them down. Yeah, that could be pretty terrifying. It's like, we can capture him, no problem, lads. Bahamut comes out of nowhere. Fuck! What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata, and I thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alize was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry, did you say you were ambushed by villagers? Not soldiers? Did they not see that what we just did to Kashramabanya? Goddamn fools. Well, apparently desperate times call for lack of foresight, hindsight and foresight. These Shroud, we overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you, they were young. They were young? Less than 20 summers? Aye, I thought so. It's always the young ones. The ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools. After everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the Resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Aye, you get some who can't wait to spit it in a soldier's eye. But they get beaten for their trouble, or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back, but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding. See? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it, but remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these... I don't know why my throat keeps getting caught. Use that things do not have to be this way. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves, together. A better home than they've ever known. As an attacker, I would think for a moment if running is an option before I get demolished into ash. Yeah, I would think about it, yeah. It's like, can I avoid death today? I can? Alright. I've been thinking, if Alize needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Arauga's Reach. She can receive much better care there, after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania. Indeed, and given that what Mistress Woad has told us, I would rather she did not remain here. Then it's settled. Nago, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Shroud, would you mind going on ahead and telling Aurela that we're on our way? I want a bed waiting for Alize when she arrives. Thanks. She already took command of... She's taking command of the resistance really fast. Goddamn. Alright, we'll just pour it over. And my throat keeps getting caught. I don't know why. I think she have simply no other choice in her opinion. Well, no, she was given command by names. They always just fucking Conrad. Fuck. Again, people, I'm worse with the names. Names seep out of my brain very fast. Family reunions are awkward, as I just sit there listening like, wait, fuck, what's that person's name? Someone say it, please. Do you require assistance? Very well. We will make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? Who are you again? The thing is, I remember who someone is. I just don't remember their name. It's names specifically that seep right out of my head. I will look at someone and go, that's my cousin. What's their name again? I always feel so awkward. So I always feel bad about it, because I'm like, I should remember your name, but names are the one thing I don't remember. That's the downside with having eidetic memory, is I remember pictures, I don't remember, like, names and shit. For crap. Like, I know exactly what someone looks like, I even know what their relation is to me, I just can't remember their name, because for some reason my brain doesn't retain it. There, all crisp and freshly laundered. We're here. Is everything in order? Right. We're bringing her in. Ooh. Honestly, Alphino, you needn't have gone to all this trouble. What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Aurela, please. You need your rest. I know, I know. Any news of Kryl? She'll be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I. Ha! A chilling prospect indeed. I'll find her, sister, and I'll fight twice as hard for the both of us. They're good together, when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Shroud, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be but a moment. Aight. You got it, boss. The moments when an NPC asks, have you remembered my name? And my brain went blank, but knew his whole backstory. Exactly. Like, I knew everything about you except your name. Shit! Happens all the time. Takes forever for a name to be drilled into my skull. destination. My nose. Yes, stab at that steel statue. You got this. Even... What was that face like? Ah, I can see why my character made that face now. Oh wait, that's the outfit from the trailer.
Waiting.
Damn. Now, if only we could put certain characters in that outfit, it'd be perfect. Mainly Hilda. Or Mama Merleweb. You know, either of them in that outfit, perfect. Not to discredit the looks of Lise, it's just not my type. Or Moonbreeda. If we put Moonbreeda in that, perfect. Of course, she has a thing for Udion. She had a thing for Udion J, so that wouldn't go anywhere. But you know what I mean.
Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could. Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just... if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it.
Brings a whole new perspective on fighting in a dress, doesn't it? Although you gotta say, I will say this, rationally it makes sense to fight in more light clothing like that for like a melee combatant. Especially like melee as in like fisticuffs combatant, because you at that point you're already like right up there on the enemy, so you might as well have as little weight weighing you down as possible. So having that fluidity of movement, also kind of you could use the florals of the cape part of like the dress to actually distract, because they can't see your legs underneath it, so they don't know if you're going in for a high kick, a roundhouse. You know, that's actually kind of an upside with fighting in a dress. I will not tell you how I know this. I will say this though, back when I did theater, I did have to wear a dress and makeup at times. I remember I did a performance of Hairspray, and I played the mom. They didn't even need to fit me for a fat suit. I was already fat enough. But I still remember. I think I was 15 when we did that performance. I had peach fuzz that I had to shave. I remember how long we were in the makeup room and how long it took them to put like everything on me. I remember having to put on what are those? What pantyhose? Is that what they call those? Those things that it's like a sock, but you pull it all the way up. That kind of thing. It's like almost see-through. Yeah, I had to wear that. That was crazy. And we did like 7 performances of that plus rehearsal and everything. So I had to get in and out of the dresses I had to be in so many times. It was funny as hell though. Oh god. I miss theater. Maybe not necessarily have to get into a dress, but it was fun. The makeup was a nightmare though. I don't know how ladies do it. What would you say? It suits you, it's not quite your style. I'd say it suits her. Because that's something you want to say to a lady who's showing off a new outfit.
It's
nah, it doesn't suit you. You look bad in it.
And a bit embarrassing. But mostly nice.
That's just rude at that point.
Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle.
Oh. Oh wait, is
There's
that...
this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
Oh, so that fight in the trailer wasn't just for show. That's actually an event that happens during the story. Okay, that's cool. Damn it, I should have leveled Monk. As much as I hate the positionals on it. I run not so much, yeah. Alright, so we're fighting up on Ralger's hand. For a monk, it may also freeze. Oh, cool. She's got a little wrist blade thing. Smack you with a book. Damn. That's cool, though. That's cool. Maybe we got a little carried away. But you have to admit, that was fun. I have a very specific idea how I pictured that fight, that duel going. Thank you, Shroud. You're the best kind of friend. The kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. I give up a good old walloping. Cheek to cheek. Now that Alize is settled in, it's time we rejoin the fight. Though actually, maybe you and Alphino should go on ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers, and that might take a while. Fair enough. Alright, upon a great loch's shore. Alphino, my boy! We need to go. Ah, there you are. What was it that Lise wanted of you? A duel. A sparring match on the Destroyer's very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. But she is right. We've lingered here long enough. I'm ready to depart when you are. Take care, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't. And you had better not rise from that bed until you are given express permission to do so. Urianger will be paying you a visit soon, and he is already worried enough as it is. We have a long road ahead of us. Lead the way, Shroud. Alright, to Alagiri. Did Lise use her dress to obscure your vision in the trailer? Also, I thought about it as you mentioned. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the fight. I don't know off the top of my head if that was done. Probably. Oh wait, whoops. Can I not go up there? Yeah, I don't think I can. Alright, long way around. Fuck you, grasshopper! Was Dancer even announced back then? Like, I don't know, I'm learning about all this shit, like, after the fact, but was Dancer even announced back in Stormblood? Like, when was it? It was introduced in Shadowbringers, wasn't it? Don't quote me, I don't know for sure off the top of my head. I believe so. Alright. Officer, open the gate. Hey, Gabriel. They hadn't announced it by then? No. Okay. It wasn't announced, but many in the forum thought it will happen as one of the unknown jobs back then, when we only knew of Samu, I think. The second job was not clear, and theories went a bit insane. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so... let's see here. Let's mosey our way through here. Also, I don't know why, but I keep getting ejected from your streams. I hope it isn't your doing. I know, like, I can't eject people from streams. The most I can do is mute people. And, technically hide them from my channel. But that only hides them from me. That doesn't hide them from me. Hides me from them. Well, no, other way around. Hides them from me, but doesn't hide me from them. Like, they could still comment, leave likes, dislikes on videos, stuff like that. You can't really eject anybody. I like the moments when the theories go all out. Not all must be right. Oh yeah, that's the whole point of theories. Inevitably, some of them are going to be wrong. It's fun when they're right, though. It's fun when they're right and the creator can't admit it until it has to come out. One thing though is like as I'm writing Warglaive, I know I'm setting up a bunch of mysteries in the lore, and I know some genius, some 900 IQ genius out there is gonna guess lore tidbits correct way before I reveal it, and I'm gonna be in that juncture where, out of spite, do I change it or do I stick to it? And obviously I'm gonna stick to it. It's a bad idea for any creator to be like, oh, the fan base figured it out. I now gotta change it because I still want it to be a surprise. Oh, I still think, first of all, that's a wrong impression. It's still gonna be a surprise no matter what. And all it will do is just make people feel happy and smart that they were able to guess it. Oh, but I'm excited for those kind of musings. You are returned. How fares your sister, Alphino? Her rapier wit remains undulled. For better or for worse, have there been any developments in our absence? I am proud to say the cache of Mabania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy's supplies and redistributing them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Fordolo's command passed through the castrum en route to the capital with a single prisoner in their custody. Kryl! It has to be her! In all likelihood, yes. You will be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the locks has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news, reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operations within the locks. Commander Hex should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final stage of Alga's beacon. Ah, speak of the devil, and she doth appear. Sorry for keeping you all waiting. An Alamegan folk dress. How very fitting. And well-fitting, I might add. I wanted to do something for Ida and myself. This is it. The last push. We're coming, Kryl. Indeed we are. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to finish up the rest of the expansion. Let's see, we're upon the Great Lock Shore. How many more? Okay, hopefully we'll be able to get through these last few quests in the next hour. Because at 1 o'clock I have to start getting some other stuff done. I might be able to push it a little bit more if we're really close. But let's see how much we can get done. As a GM or writer, I would be proud when my player or reader can guess right. It means I have built a good case to follow. Indeed, but you don't want them to guess it outright. They do want them to actually take some time to do it. If they just guess it outright,
my father's
it's a little
words,
too overt.
how they rang in my ears as we left Castra Mabania behind and looked out over the locks before us. Comrades brave and true, they had come from all across Eorzea to stand with us, to stand against oppression and tyranny. 20 years the Empire had ruled us, but no longer. Liberty or death. Liberty or death.
Ere we begin, I would say to you as a proud son of Alamigo that I am grateful to each and every one of you for your part in this endeavor.
All the faction leaders have arrived.
Now, to the heart of the matter. The enemy appears content to remain within the city walls and await the inevitable siege. Open conflict has been sporadic thus far. Whether Xenos is biding his time until reinforcements arrive, or attempting to bait us into a trap, none can say. We know better than to trust his word.
Regardless, we can ill afford to present Garlemald with a chance to ready her legions. It would be in our best interest to press for a swift resolution.
Indeed.
A long siege wouldn't be good for the people in the city either. If food becomes scarce, you know who'll starve first.
Just so. Therefore, I propose we commit our forces to an all-out assault. What say you?
Hell yeah. My kind of thinking. Mama Merla Webb, my faction leader. In all
Would seem
her
we are
grandiose
of one mind.
glory.
And let us proceed to the how of it.
Indeed.
The Immortal Flames will form the vanguard, supported by the archers and the conjurers of the Order of the Twin Adder, under the Elder Seedseer's command. Once the main host has cleared a path to the walls, we will bring forward the artillery of the Maelstrom and the Temple Knights. I would have your cannons pound the gates and punch a hole right through the middle of their defenses.
What about the resistance?
Your part will be to occupy the residential district and keep civilians out of harm's way. The people are more like to trust their own.
Of course. You can count on us.
Remember that there is a second entrance to the city proper there. If all goes to plan, we will have secured 2 points of entry. Once both objectives are complete, we press on into the city, surround the palace, and hunt down Xenos.
Lise was more accepting of a more, I don't want to say back seat, but a more reserved position in this
You will be
siege.
held in reserve as an irregular unit until we have more intelligence on your captured comrade. Kryle's rescue will be your primary concern, but I dare say we'll find a use for you once her freedom has been secured.
Thank you, General. I pray we find her quickly.
See Game of Thrones or we are no friend? My answer was clear. Good day. Wait, what? Did I miss something?
Rhalga's beacon nears its end. Soon, my friends, Alamigo will be ours once more.
Hell yeah. The stage is set and the players are assembled. Eorzea has come at last to drive the invaders from her lands. What would Grandfather say if he were here with us? Or if he were with us here today? Hopefully something witty. The key to victory. For all our other accomplishments, Cryo remains in the hands of our enemy, and I find myself wondering if I could have done more. Though we know now that she was taken to the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could just ask me. Thancred! I keep forgetting you're around. Thancred, what have you learned? I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She is being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Ralga, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate ether, in pursuit of which goal their scientists have, I am sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alphino. We've already been tasked with securing the Alamegan Quarter. This just gives us a reason to do it faster. I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault on the rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain himself. It's been a while. Hey, it's that guy. Jesus. He's gonna die. I have a weird sense he might die. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to be a doomer about it. I'll not take offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. Alagana, am I right? Aye. Whiska's the name. I was raised in the peaks, but my mom grew up in the city. Any road. I reckon we can get inside the Alamegan Quarter by way of Loch Seld. What? How? It was a story my mom told us which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl, see? How they used to have to boil the water from the well before they could drink it, since it was all full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the lochs? Which means that there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it. But it won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed, see? Apparently Theodoric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded, and he ended up working at the saltery. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I can take you to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't worry about that. We're used to dangerous. Nago and Aravold will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get the key. An ex-friend of yours told you if you don't see Game of Thrones, he doesn't want to talk to you anymore? Ah, fuck him. It was probably said jokingly, but still. Fuck that shit. No one tells me what to do. I'm my own boss. Alright, at least. Let's not waste any more time then, shall we? My mom said Granddad kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then, well... then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready, Shroud? We have to deal with a few Imperial patrols or worse. Alright, here we go. Obsidian carbuncle. We're running into everything. But apparently they're not a fan of evasion. We're here, but this isn't right. Where is everyone? Where did the Alliance advance has surely reached their ears. Mayhap they sought refuge elsewhere. Alright, shit. Alright, aged barrel. The barrel appears to have recently been filled with fish packed in salt. Someone was hard at work less than a week ago. The pot is filled with the brim of the salt of the locks, okay. The lumber appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. Okay, so they've been gone a while. The crumbling masonry appears to have lain undisturbed for some time. Okay. Queer device. Imagine. Oh, okay, fuck. Damn it!
Away with you!
Ain't nobody dying on my watch. There we go. Come on, go down, big guy. And he's down. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have touched that. Tattered Diary. In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a laborer. The last entry makes plans to take shelter at Sully Monastery. Okay. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay. Assuming that's the monastery with the tower there. Or not? Abaddon? Wait, is that the monastery? Or is it further down this way? That looks like the palace to me, not the monastery, but damn. Okay, no, that's... Yeah, we just gotta go through them. Where are they? Alright, let's take out the big gorilla. What? Oh, fuck. That's right. The guy died, didn't he? We gotta start over. Kill me. Alright, fine. My mom said Granddad kept the key with him. I don't think. Yeah, fuck it. Normal. God, I forgot we had to keep that idiot alive. Gotta do the whole thing over again. And this ain't even a short duty. All right. I think I have to set up the alarm, don't I? Yeah, because the diary ain't there, so you have to set up the alarm. Alright, let's get this over with.
Away with you!
Go down. Alright, now diary. Not the ambush you want? Okay. Alright. Make sure everybody's gathered up before I start heading out. Alright, tally forth. I don't think we have to fight everything along the way. Hurry up, you fat asses! Ah, crap. Ah, sorry, we go around here. Alright, hope second time's a charm. Really don't want to have to do it a third time. As I'm running short on real time. Alright, enemies gonna be inbound. I'm gonna have to protect Whisker. Big guy. Time to go down. Whisker, why are you in his line of sight, you moron? No! Stop fucking... How am I supposed to protect Whisker? There we go. Jesus. I was about to say, how the fuck am I supposed to protect that idiot if the AI just like turns around, blah, shoots at him no matter, even if I'm trying to hold aggro? God damn it! Frustrating. This is it. This is the monastery. They have to be around here somewhere. Uh-oh. What? What? It's me, Whisker, your grandson. Whisker? By Rauka, is that really you? Okay, that was better than I was hoping for. Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad. But who are these other ones? The Resistance, Grandad. My comrades in arms. Recap. She told you all about me thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Death swords never caught me neither. It wasn't much, but it was my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations. Here, make our family proud. I will, I swear. Ralgur is my witness. Got the key! Hell yeah. I was worried when he wasn't at the Sultry, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. Oh, fuck. I even know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. What? How? I think it best I support Minago and Arenvald's unit. Alright, you can't swim. I am aware of that, thank you. But it is neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojian's blessing and Thancred's preternatural lung capacity. Right, of course. I didn't mean anything by it, nothing at all. So, Shroud, Thancred, and me. Let's head to the water's edge. Alphino and Whisker can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. I got a half hour. Hope that's enough, because this mission and we got 2 others, and then the final mission, Stormblood. I'm hoping this one and the next 2 are gonna be fairly quick. Horace Brittle, welcome to the stream. That's a personal question, and none of your business. Thank you for working. No problem. I'm always welcome new people to the stream. That's nothing new. But how are you doing today? Alright, let's see over here. Ugh. This looks like as good a place as any. So, I'm doing pretty good, for the most part. Trying to finish up with Stormblood here. I don't know if I'll have time, though. I only have a half hour left. I can try and push it a little over that, but I don't know if we're going to be able to... It'll really depend on how fast we can get through this, how fast we can get through these next 3 missions. You dive into the briny deep? Hey, oh, Odeon J. What are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Alize unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, a theretofore unexceptional warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived that I believed to be what I believed to be a solution to the problem of her preternatural prescience. Prescience? 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. Wait, isn't that Moonbreeder's? Her etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. It's 24 minutes and 37 seconds. No pressure, Asma. I'm not going to try and breathe that IRL, that's for damn sure. The longest I've been able to hold my breath was 4 minutes. And I think I passed out. So I don't even know if that counts if you pass out at the end of it. It was Moonbreeder's time. It is not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal and return. We will. For you and for her. Hey Nathan, how you doing, man? There's a no pressure finishing this MSQ. Well, I'm trying to get it done. I'm not gonna rush nothing, but I am trying to get things settled. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. All right, chatty forth. Just got home from work. Nice. Welcome home. Relax. Take your load off. Take a breather. All right. So, crap. What was it again? Control space? No. Shift space. No. Fuck. What was the combo again? Was it alt space? No. Control space. Shift space. No. Do you think NC has lost his charisma? Yes. He lost it quite a while ago. if you're talking about Nostalgia Critic. I don't know if you're talking about another NC. If you're talking about Nostalgia Critic, absolutely. The guy... NC lost its charm a long time ago. It's okay if you don't finish the stream, is what I'm trying to say. And I know it's okay, but I wanted to finish it this stream, and I thought I could, but oh no, we're only just now on the resonant. So, oh, but crap, how do I dive? It's been a while since I had to. I did that though. It's control space. Yeah, I did that. Oh, I had to go further out. Okay. Duh. But how can he lose it when he has more people writing the reviews? The number of people writing reviews doesn't magically add charisma. Like, you can have 120 people write one story. That doesn't mean anything about charisma level. That just means a lot more chefs were in the kitchen than ever was necessary. Alright, do I have to dive all the way down? Whoa, okay, there's a whole kingdom down here. Ah, there we are. The tunnel leads east. Thancred's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. Alrighty. I guess he became too old. And it's not even really thinking about age either. It became that he overplayed the act. In my opinion. Like, Nostalgia Critic, there was a level of charm to the wacky zaniness of the character as well as of the show. But a lot of things kept getting repeated over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, Doug Walker, in my opinion, he's beat the dead horse so much. And there's not enough variety in the shows. It just, for me, it's felt hollow for a long time. He found what worked initially, and he stuck with it, and he hasn't evolved at all. And Nostalgia Critic has just been the same for way too long. And also, there's the thing about he's been... The more and more of his shows of his reviews you watch, the more and more it always seems to end off in a lot of middle of the road crap. Like, he almost never, like, says, I hate this movie, don't watch it, or I love this movie, go check it out. Usually it's, oh, here's the merits of the film, and here's the issues. And then he doesn't really give much of a resolution to it. And plus, again, the reviews themselves aren't entertaining really much anymore. They haven't been for a while. Because, again, he just plays out jokes over and over and over and over again. I don't like the format. It forces him to find jokes out of things that you can't find jokes in. Yeah. Plus the skits crap. Like, I'm sorry, the skits were entertaining here and there, but he puts them everywhere, and there used to be a time where I think the best time where Nostalgia Critic had the skits going is when they were small snippets here and there. And they didn't take up the majority of the review. Now, half the review is skits. So, you don't even really get his opinion through all the acting and BS. I really like the commercial thing he did. I did too. The old school stuff. The newer, but everything, including the newer commercial videos he's done, are kind of just meh. Yeah, that was fun. Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a beastman's blessing anyway? I still can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. It felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we'll need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhat to the west of here. Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we three are on our own. It would be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head towards the research facility while Kra is being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course, but I will move quickly, so see that you do not fall behind. Nothing left to say? Then let's go to it. Let's get to it. Oh, it's another duty. Alright, let's see if we can do this duty in 13 minutes. All set, Shroud? Alright, let's go. Duty time. I want his opinions. He doesn't give them anymore. No. He hasn't for a long time. Oh, I was supposed to wait for the signal. I didn't do that. Thancred's doing the rogue thing. I can hear the sound effect already. The green screen ones? Oh, I've loved the Unusual Suspects ones. The 3 recent ones were re-uploads though, but the Unusual Suspect is always entertaining. I've seen the amount of effort and editing he puts in is amazing. All right. Oh, gate switch. There we go. But, yeah, he re-uploaded his Star Wars one, Star Wars, and Spider-Man, and there was one other one, I think. Soldiers fly into the city. Is an editing wizard. Yeah, a lot of After Effects and Premiere Pro work on that guy. Internet Historian? Internet Historian, I think most of Internet Historian's editing is... Most of it's done in just Premiere, I think. His style of editing is pretty easy to recognize. Alright, here we go. If only he actually Oh, we can have a boss fight with this bitch? Ah, finally. Final rematch. Just let me kill her. Yeah. Pull out your Sharingan. I don't care if it's Mangekyo or not. I'll kick your ass. I reckon you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Use the Aetheric Siphon to weaken Fordola, defeat her in battle. Okay. Like immediately, or do I have to hit her a couple times first? Defeat Fordola Rem Lupus.
I can read her every move!
Wait, how do I use it? Oh, what's that? So just keep tasering her. Got it.
I'll cut you to pieces! How could I lose?
Come on, go the fuck down. Damn rockets and shit. Laser beams.
Let's finish this!
Tell me we finally actually kill her this time
If
around.
only you knew the power!
Oh, it's complete. Okay. Have you ever thought to review TV and movies? I have thought about it. I tried to do a retrospective review on Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. I tried it, the very first review I tried to upload, and it got taken down instantly. Couldn't even publicize it. It was just instantly nuked. So I've thought about it, but the one time I attempted to, I got smacked in the face for it.
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not!
Yeah. You will lose. Time to die.
But you will! Without your tricks, you're nothing! Conrad, Mefrid, your own comrades! I should kill you here and now for what you did!
Exactly. Let's do it.
But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
Question, why not? She's committed several war crimes. Just saying.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Or you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
Ooh. If only
You're
sent her...
slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
Only hit her a little harder. Sent her really flying.
Now, my friend!
Damn, those things are big. If Kryle's in that one, all I have to say is, what the fuck? You put literally the tiniest kind of person in this universe in a gigantic container. The fuck were you guys thinking? It's like, hey, you know how Lalafels are like a third the size of a normal person? Yeah, let's put it in a container that's 3 times the size of a normal person. At least it's spacious. That was majestic how she came out of there, though. Like,
Alpha, no. I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once.
I agree with Thancred on this one.
Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done.
I'm just saying, death is an answer to that question you're so feebly asking about this justice system. Just saying. Yeah, you can't deal the crippling blow. See, she's
Listen to you, talking like you've already won. Xenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power echoing that of the Icons.
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey. You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
Please, smash your skull and just... bang!
No! You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that.
May I live 1,000 years.
Why would you curse yourself like that?
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
Alright, I gotta turn this in, then I gotta head out. What a relief to have finally found her, though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us. On the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help. Thancred, Lise, Urianger, and of course you. But yes, there is still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordola's ominous words, for one. Lise has gone to deliver Fordola into custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here to join the fray. In that case, I will remain here. My search for Kryl took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arenvold and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetheryte, as I recall. With me, Shroud. Alright, and there we're gonna have to call it, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for the stream, watching. I'm sorry I couldn't actually finish. I was hoping to be able to finish by this. I thought 3.5 hours would be enough. Apparently I underestimated how much is in these missions, these quests. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll actually finish Stormblood next time. I'll rename this stream to something else. Actually, let me do that right now. Bringing down the sow. Bringing down the sow for Dota. Wait, will YouTube take it down if you use the term sow? I don't think so. I don't want to risk it though. Taking down. I definitely can't say the bitch. That would be a bit much for sure. I don't know if I can use. I'll use Fordola's name. It won't. I don't think that's a spoiler. Like, if you don't know who Fordola is, it won't mean anything to you, and if you do, then you probably already know. Bring down the butcher. All right, I'll go with that. There, bring down the butcher. Ah, there we go. All right, next time we'll finish Stormblood. I'll catch you guys. I'll catch you guys then. Hopefully. See y'all later. Boy. That's our moniker. True.